Welcome back, everybody. So kind of a different style video here. It's kind of a channel update. We're getting to the end of Season 7. As you may know, the new update, 1.16, is coming out. And so there's a lot of big changes happening with that. And so we're restarting the map. And so with that, we have to say bye to the server. We have to say bye to this ugly looking barn that I never did anything with. Not that there was anything much else to add to this, in my opinion, but so we're saying bye. This is the final episode. We're gonna sign off, and I'm guessing that a lot of you are questioning why this video is coming out because I haven't been making any videos, and I want to apologize for that. Stop. Because I didn't manage my time well in this series, and I'm gonna get into why here in a second. So back in July, I did my first big stream. It was a charity live stream for 24 hours, and before that I'd only been streaming like once, maybe once a week for a month. Like it was like 4 times a month basically. And so I wanted to start doing more streams, and that's what I ended up doing. I did that 24-hour live stream, and it did really well because I had a bunch of friends watching, so it got a lot of traction. And we ended up raising $1,000 for the Mindcrack Extra Life group. And so that's kind of what ended up happening with how that all tied together. I've been watching Mindcrack since I was a freshman in high school, and now I'm a year out of college. So it's been a long time. And back in 2012, 2013, at the height, I'd been watching every single episode of every single Minecracker. And so, very familiar with it. I loved it, every bit of it. But the thing that happened here, the reason that this never happened was because I just didn't have not inspiration, but I didn't have a plan, because it was kind of not sprung on me, but it was like within the span of 24 hours, Good was adding me to the server, and it was just a really big shock, I think, and I didn't have time to prepare, and I felt like I needed to get content out. That's what Mindcrack is not about. It's about the friendship in the group itself, but I felt like at the time, I don't feel like this is necessary anymore, but I felt like I needed to get something out. I needed, like, they don't just add people on the server willy-nilly, right? They want you to make content. Maybe I'm construing this in a way that's not supposed to be, but to me, I felt like I needed to make videos, but I didn't have a plan. And I remember that first day when I think it was Breon that had asked me this. He's just like, well, as a person that's watched us for so long, like, what's your first build? And I'm just like, what's my first build? I didn't even think about that, because it's just like, it just dawned on me, like, man, I gotta make something out here. I can't just be out of the server and not make anything, right? And so it's kind of just like, I was already streaming 4 days a week at that point, and so I felt like I definitely feel like I needed to manage my time better than I did, because I ended up making a few episodes, and then it just never led anywhere. And I'm disappointed with myself. And so what this next server is going to be about is having more fun with it. I feel like a lot of the videos I felt like I needed to sit down and record something. With what I'm going to do next, I feel like it's going to be a lot different atmosphere. I think it'll be more fun, enjoyable for you guys to watch. So the plan is, when the server comes out, is to first build a spawn base, and second, we're going to build a replica, a 1-to-1 scale of my college campus. And the reason for that is I feel like I have a ton of stories to tell. There's so many stories. Oh god. Let's take out these guys real quick before they bother us. Stop. Is that it? Okay. So I feel like with that, it's going to be a lot more inspiring for me because I know every single inch of campus, right? So, um, best times of my life, and I feel like there's tons of stories there that I can tell, and I can build something. There's something concrete that I can build that isn't just like coming from my imagination because I'm not good with that, especially when I'm commentating, right? Um, and I just don't have enough time to think of the process or think of what I'm building while I'm talking. And so the plan is to during my streams I will stream the resource gathering and part of the build, and then the episodes that will come out here will be with a friend of mine, PG, and I'm gonna tell him stories because I feel like that's gonna be really like I feel like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. There's so many stories to tell from my college life, and so I wanted to share it with him, and in the process, share it with you guys. And so I'm looking forward to it. So that's the plan. That's the plan for the server, and I feel like it's gonna go really well. And I feel like this, at the beginning, I was just like, yeah, okay, I can do this. I can make videos. I know what I'm getting myself into, and I really didn't. I didn't realize how much time it took to edit videos and how much it took to sit down and make one of these videos. And because I was so used to streaming, right? Like streaming is just like, okay, I can go for 3 hours. Why can't I just go for 20 minutes on the server? That seems like easy. It seems easy enough, and it didn't end up being that way. And so but with this, I have a concrete story. I have a story in mind. I'm gonna have half the build done, and me and PG can work on the build as well as tell stories from each of the buildings that we're making that day. And I think the episodes are probably gonna be 20 minutes long, and we typically record for like an hour and a half. So in theory, we should be able to get enough video for every other day. Assuming that it doesn't go for 40 minutes. If there's an episode that goes for 40 minutes, you can probably bet there's no episode on Tuesday, because we'll record on Wednesday, and then it'll come out Thursday, Saturday. I guess I never even thought about this. Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, I guess, or Wednesday. I mean, it doesn't work. It's not even. It's not an even number. But roughly every other day. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm really looking for and I think another big portion, a big part of this whole thing was the fact that we only had like 5 or 6 people total that were playing on the server, and I didn't play with any of them. Like I don't feel like any of them were on when I was making these recordings. And so it's just I felt like a disconnect, right? There wasn't somebody on the server to talk to, or there wasn't anybody to hang out with, right? And I really had no direction for the series, and I feel like that's on me for not making any direction. And so I'm doing that right now, so I can get out of the way, and now I know what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna take a long time. Like this is gonna be a year project that I'm committed to, because I feel like there's so many stories that I need to tell, like I want to tell, and I feel like that just gives me more motivation to make these buildings that I'm going to build. And so I think that's about it. I feel like I've covered everything here. But yeah, it's been a blast. Like I got to go to the marathon. I got to meet everybody. It really is a crazy, crazy experience. And I feel like I don't know how I still feel in a daze almost. Like it's just like this is surreal. Like yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. But now I'm rambling and I don't feel like there's direction like the rest of my series. But yes, these episodes will be coming out on a every other day basis, and I'll be streaming most days. So if you want to catch my streams, you can go to twitch.tv/soccermvp13, That'll be in the description. I stream 4 times a week. Now it's probably gonna be more of like 6 times a week, maybe 7 times a week. Now that I'm just, I'm excited. I'm excited for this build. It's gonna be good, and having PG along the way just to tell the stories to and have him react and ask questions. I feel like it's gonna bring back some memories, and it's gonna like trigger some thoughts that that will lead to even more stories. So yeah, let's get a good look at this real quick. My derpy ass barn that doesn't have a floor. My beautiful horse stable that was built by somebody else. So yeah, this is. I feel like I only made a few episodes on here, and I feel bad because I feel like I should have put more effort into this, but didn't. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna start now, and season 8 is gonna be great. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in season 8.